Hi everybody, my name is Sandy Gaskins, and on behalf of myself and the rest of the Bad Apples Planning Committee, I'm super excited to invite you to the Bad Apples 2025 Fly-In. If you're planning on attending this year, please watch this entire video. We have a lot of updates and changes that are happening to the Fly-In this year that we want you to be told about. So, starting off, if you plan to attend the Fly-In, please join the Gaggle group. If you go to your Community Explorer page on Gaggle and type in Bad Apples 2025, you will see this screen pop up. Click on this group and join it, and then you will be able to see the community chat. That's where you as pilots can talk amongst yourselves about things that are happening at the Fly-In. It also shows you restricted areas for flying, and a new feature in Gaggle is an obstacle course. They have implemented this into the group this year, so during the day while you're flying, you can go through this obstacle course and gain points for their leaderboard. So in the Gaggle group chat, the pilots can talk amongst themselves, but as far as official communications for the Bad Apples Fly-In this year, we are trying something new. We have a Facebook community group. If you search on Facebook, Bad Apples Fly-In 2025 Pilots, join that group, and before the Fly-In, we will create a community chat so that we can let you know what is happening during the Fly-In. We also have a WhatsApp group. Here is the link for the QR code. Go ahead and scan this and join the WhatsApp group. So during the event, we will send out daily schedules, reminders for pilot meetings, and anything that changes, can try to let you know as it's happening. Please remember, as a pilot at the Fly-In, it is your responsibility to be checking weather and knowing what the conditions of the day are. So when you arrive at the Fly-In, you will go through the entrance and come around to the pavilion. This is where our registration is, and we have registration open every day from 6:30 to 6. If you are needing to go to the other side of the field, there are going to be driveways on each end of the field. If you cross the field, please only cross on the ends. Do not cross in the middle of the field. So at registration, you can sign up as a pilot. You need to fill out a waiver and you will get your pilot band. Pilot fees this year are $70, and the USPPA is actually giving a discount to all of their members of $20. So if you are a USPPA member, it is your responsibility to bring your credentials to the Fly-In, whether it be a screenshot or your actual pilot card. You will need to let the ladies at registration know so that they can give you that discount. If not, it is going to be that $70 pilot registration. Also, when you are at registration, if you plan on doing tandems this year, you need to sign in as a tandem pilot. You will also be required to show your credentials saying that you have one of the two FAA waivers that makes you a tandem pilot. We will have another briefing after our main briefing on Wednesday for tandem pilots. You will need to stay for that and sign that you understand the rules for tandem pilots if you plan on being one at this event. Also at registration, we will be selling these t-shirts, hats, and ice. The t-shirts and hats are $25 per piece, and the ice is $3 per bag. You can buy ice anytime throughout the weekend. Just come up to the registration table and we'll get that taken care of for you. So when you get to Hodges Field and you set up camping, please take a look at this map. We do reserve a small section of the field for our sponsors. We have 13 amazing sponsors this year. They go from wing manufacturers, motor manufacturers, schools, distributors, even some apparel and electric vehicle sponsors. So please visit them. But we do reserve that bit of camping for those sponsors. The rest of the field is first come, first serve. There are 20 amp, 30 amp, and 50 amp outlets throughout the rest of the field. You also have the option to camp on the other side in a hayfield or across the pond. Like we said at the beginning of the video, if you choose to do that, please only cross at the ends of the field that are designated for it. Camping fees need to be paid directly to Hodges Field staff. You will see Doug riding around on his golf cart most of the weekend. The camping is $10 a night for tent camping or RV camping with no electric hookups. It is $20 if you plug into a normal 120 volt outlet, and then 30 amps is $30 a night, and 50 amps is $40 a night. So please plan accordingly for that. Please know that the field is open year round for pilots. So people will be arriving before the start of the event. So camping does fill up fast. We suggest to everyone to bring a generator just in case you get there and there are no more electric hookups. If you get to the field and you do not get an electric hookup, but you still want water, there is a water spigot on the backside of the shop. Just find Doug and he will get you hooked up to get some water. Please also know that Hodges Field has installed more electric hookups this year, which is exciting, but it does change where we are going to have our fire lane. Typically, we have a fire lane directly behind the sponsorship row. This year, that's where more camping is. So the fire lane will be changed in some way. We're not sure exactly where we're going to put it, but when you get to the field, if you see cones up or a caution tape up, that signifies a fire lane. Do not move that caution tape or those cones. There are 4 showers on the property. They are right next to the pavilion, connected to the hobby shop, and they are there for any camper to use. We will also have porta potties throughout the whole site for the whole weekend for everyone. So let's talk a little bit about Hodges Field. If you've never flown at Hodges Field, it is one of the most beautiful places to fly. It is a perfect putting green, we like to call it. Mac Hodges takes immaculate care of it. And in respect of that, we want to take care of it as well. They have some rules that need to be followed. They are no cigarette butts on the ground. If you throw a cigarette butt on the ground and one of the Hodges staff see it, they will ask you to leave immediately. Same as your furry friends. Please pick up after them. You do not want Hodges Field to come to you because you haven't been picking up your dog poop. Also, with animals, we love it when they go play in the pond and have fun together, but please, if motors are running, make sure they are on leash. They also need to be on leash at all times in the campground. So this year we have some new food vendors for the event. We are very excited for this. Miss Katie, who does Southern cooking, is still gonna be there every day from Wednesday till Saturday, and she will have breakfast and lunch available. But this year, for the first time, we are gonna have a barbecue food truck, so there is gonna be dinner options available. If you did not know, the Bad Apples Fly-In is put together to bring community support for the nonprofits within our community. So last year, we were able to give $20,000 to 4 different organizations. We hope to do the same this year, and so on Saturday night, after flying, everyone can meet in the pavilion. We will provide a barbecue dinner that does start typically around 5:30 or 6. We'll send out a message in that WhatsApp group or the Facebook group whenever it starts. But we do provide a barbecue dinner for the first 200 pilots who go through the line. And then as soon as flying is over, bring your chairs, come hang out in the pavilion. We're gonna present those donations to the nonprofits that we work with, as well as we are gonna have a fireworks show. So Saturday evening, please land as soon as sunset hits. We need to clear that field so that the fireworks team can get out there and get the display set up. Last year was a great show and we can't wait to see it this year. So please keep that in mind as well. If you have animals, Saturday night around 10 o'clock, we are gonna have a fireworks show going off. If you'll take a look at the picture of the field here, we do have a flight line. It is designated by caution tape. There are different openings where people can get into the field to take their motors on the field. Please do not take the caution tape down. The only people allowed on the field past that caution tape, past the flight line, are registered pilots. So please make sure you have your pilot wristband and a safety briefing wristband when entering that field. That is a new rule for this year, is that every pilot is required to attend a safety briefing. So how are we gonna do that? Well, Wednesday night we will open pre-registration, typically around 4 to 5 o'clock, and we will register all the pilots that are there. And on Wednesday night, right after that at 5 o'clock, we are going to have a huge safety briefing for every pilot in attendance. You are going to receive a separate wristband at the end of that pilot briefing. You have to have your pilot wristband and your pilot briefing wristband to get on the field and fly after that. We will then also have safety briefings every day at 6:30 a.m. and 4 p.m. for new arriving pilots. So if you show up overnight or at 2 o'clock in the afternoon one day, you have to attend that next briefing. Like I said, they're at 6:30 a.m. and 4 p.m. every single day, Thursday through Saturday. So when you're on the field getting ready to launch, you will see people in these yellow shirts. If a yellow shirt is on the field, this signifies that they are an air boss. These are volunteers who are there to help with the safety of the event. And so they are going to be checking the airspace, letting people know when they can launch. But please keep in mind that they are there as volunteers. As for safety, you are still the pilot in command. If an air boss tells you to launch, it is still your responsibility for you to check your airspace and launch when it is appropriate for you to do so at your own discretion. If an air boss is telling you to hold and not to launch, is that because they see something that could be a danger? And please listen to these air bosses. If they're telling you not to launch, do not launch. Only go if they give you the clear go ahead and you've still checked to make sure it is clear for you to go. Of course, as paramotor pilots, we all follow FAR 103, but we do have some rules that are more specific to our fly-in. First off, of course, launch and leave the field. We have so many pilots in the area, but we want everyone to launch and leave so that it gives room for all the other pilots to take off and land. Absolutely no acro directly over the field. If you choose to do acro, you may do it in the adjacent fields, but it needs to be above 2,000 feet. Do not do any low acro. You are making it impossible for people to try to fly in and fly the pattern to come land. If you do low acro or you do acro directly over the field, you will get talking to by the air bosses. Also, we have an amazing pond at the field that people love to foot drag. Please know your skill level. Do not foot drag the water if it is your first time doing so. Please also, if you are looking to foot drag that pond, make sure you are following the pattern. Do not go against the pattern. Do not go downwind. Only one person can be foot dragging the pond at a time. Do not do circle foot drags on the pond. If you're coming into foot drag, you can make an approach, foot drag, and you need to take off again before the end of the pond so that people who are launching and landing on the grass have right of way. It is your responsibility. If you are foot dragging the pond and choosing to do so, you need to be out of the way of other pilots, following the pattern, and only one person foot dragging the pond at a time. We love the pond. We want you to have fun with it, but please follow the rules to keep everyone safe. Again, we see people foot dragging the field all the time. Do not foot drag the field downwind. If there are people trying to launch and you decide to come downwind and foot drag the field the complete opposite way, that will have consequences. We also want to specify on light wind and no wind mornings, whoever is out first setting up, that is going to be the direction that everyone needs to fly. Make sure you are following the pattern. If there's 6 people set up on one side and you come and set up directly facing them, you are going to be asked to move. Remember that the people wearing these yellow shirts airbossing are all volunteers. We are just trying to keep everyone as safe as possible, so please do not get angry with them if they ask you to move. Please do not foot drag if the field is busy. If everyone is trying to launch and land, do not foot drag. Make smart decisions. Make sure the pattern is clear for the people trying to launch and land. Of course, typical flying rules are do not fly over wildlife and do not fly directly over houses. Make sure you are staying 500 feet over any residential area. Please do not fly over direct neighboring houses. Do not fly over the campers, and we will all have a great time. One thing we need to point out after seeing last year, absolutely no drones in the air while people are flying. Do not try to get cool shots of your buddy. It is not worth someone getting hit by a drone over. So please, no drones, leave them at home. Where you can fly and where not to fly. Please make yourself aware of the area. Download that Gaggle group. It's going to show you some of the restricted airspaces. There is Jimmy Carter Regional Airport. There's about 2 or 3 prisons and jails in the area. And there is also a historical site. All of that needs to be avoided. But where you can fly, there is some cool flying spots. Of course, there's tons of farm fields you can go fly down low in. There's a quarry within a quick evening flight away. Go play around in the quarry. Please do not foot drag it. Don't harass any of the workers, but definitely go check that out. There's also a lake a couple miles away that you can go check out. It is an amazing place to fly, and we really enjoy this area and the field we get to fly in, so please be respectful. Also, please be aware, there are power lines at both ends of the field. You can see in the picture here, I've highlighted them. Make sure you are aware of them. Do not come in too low when you're landing, and make sure you have good clearance when you're taking off to avoid these power lines. That is most of what you need to know for the Bad Apples 2025 fly-in. We are so excited to see everyone there. Please check our Facebook for updates, and like I said, join that Facebook group Messenger and the WhatsApp group, and we will send messages throughout the fly-in trying to keep everyone updated as best as possible. We are so excited. We can't wait to see y'all for another great fly-in.